I'm recording. So guess what? We're back in Charlotte this weekend. No reason to come other than just we want to explore and find more things to spend money on. So let's do exactly that. What do you got? Anything to say?
No.
No? Well, that's something to say. You said no. That's something. That's something. So we just finished up at the Grid today. Still love this store. Got a lot of cool stuff. We're off to the next store now. Second and Charles next, I believe, is what we agreed, right? She shook her head. Oh look, once again, we are here. Let's go see what deals we can find again. So we just finished up at one of the Second and Charles's. There's two of them here, and we're going to be going to the other one now. It was really weird to see. Somebody, I think, turned in like one of their complete collections to the Second and Charles, because there were several like complete in box, rarer titles, at least to find that way, like Donkey Kong Country and East and a couple of other things that I did not expect to ever see complete in box, especially not in a Second and Charles. Anyway, we're off to the other one now, so let's have some fun. Or let's have some even more fun. Take number 2. Let's see what other deals we can find. So that Second and Charles is a little expensive. Everything was a little overvalued. I did get a couple of things there that weren't like super duper over expensive, and they were just really cool, and I'll talk about them in a little bit. But yeah, the other one's better. The other Second and Charles is better. So we just left the first of the video game worlds that we're going to today, and I got something fun. We'll talk about it later, but I got something fun. And now we're off to the Concord Mills Mall, where her pop store is, and another of the 3/4 video game worlds is here in the Charlotte area. So we're having a good time. It's been a good day so far. I spent way too much money, but we're having a good day. So we left the mall, we got dinner. It's getting late, but we got one more stop to make to see if we can find any other fun things. Let's go and give it a see. So we just left the other video game world. It's late, I'm tired, we're both tired. It's been a good day, been an expensive day, but it's been a good day. Had a lot of fun, got a lot of stuff for the shelf. I'm excited, I'm really excited. Let's get back to the desk and I can show you what I got. What's up, guys? You just watched the collection of clips that I remembered to record while we were in Charlotte the other day. And today, it's time to go over the haul. I got some good stuff, and I'm excited because I got a big step in my collecting that I'm really happy about, and we'll get to that towards the end of this. Let's go over the collection gets for the N64 Get'ems. I got 2 sports games because they were really cheap. I got Madden 2000, and I picked up All-Star Baseball 2000. Both of those will get added to the stack. I also picked up Dark Rift. I had never heard about this before, but when I tried it just to see how it played, it literally feels like Soul Calibur on the N64, which I find is very interesting. I've not played the original Soul Calibur. I know that's a Dreamcast game, and I am on the lookout for it. It's weird to play an N64 game that feels so much like Soul Calibur does. And then I also picked up Buck Bumble. This is a game that I've heard a lot about. It honestly feels just like Insect Star Fox 64. That's a hard thing to say, Insect Star Fox. It feels a lot like Star Fox, and I'm okay with that because I like dogfight shooter gamies like this. I only played the training round just when I was making sure the cartridge worked, but I'm excited to give this a play. I've always heard good things about it. The next thing I picked up a memory card at the Grid for the GameCube. I picked up one of the white ones, like the 1000 block memory cards, because I got my GameCube fixed the other day and I don't know where my memory cards are. I looked for them, I looked through all my games, and I don't have them anymore. So I needed a memory card, and I feel like you should always get the original cards. Like, I don't think you should use third-party cards if you can help it, just because you know the first-party cards are going to actually be properly functional kind of thing. I have a third-party card, but I don't trust it, and that's probably just me being paranoid, but I'd rather use the first-party card if I can. The next thing I picked up, I got 2 Super Nintendo games. I got Street Fighter 2, which is really cool to have. I suck at fighting games, but it's a cool little thing to own. I also picked up the original Clay Fighter, which is really cool, especially since this thing's special edition younger brother is the gem of the N64 collection, being worth $1,100. That was the last time I looked. It might even be more now. Either way, very cool things to have in the collection. I only picked up one NES game this time, surprisingly enough, but it is Ghosts and Goblins, and this game is just as hard as you'd expect it to be. Bullcrap hard game, lots of fun to try and beat. I still have yet to beat it. Then I picked up two DS games. I picked up Brain Age 2, and then I also picked up Mario Kart DS. I played this game one time when a friend of mine had it. I never got around to owning it. I actually never owned any of the handheld Mario Karts until 7. And this is the one that I always heard people talk about as being like really good. So I'm excited to finally give it a try. I know some of my favorite courses from 7 and 8 came from this game. I'm just excited to finally give this game a try, and my girlfriend has a copy of it so we can play it together. The next thing I picked up, it was an odd one. It's something I can't play. It's just cool to have as being now the oldest thing in my collection. I picked up Las Vegas Blackjack on the Magnavox Odyssey 2. I've never seen an Odyssey game, 1 or 2. I didn't know the 2 was a thing. What's better is this thing's complete. I've got the cardboard box, the little instruction manual, and the cartridge itself. Like I said, I've never seen one, and I've certainly never seen one in this good of condition. So this was just bought for the novelty of owning this, and I'll probably never play it. I don't think I might never even see a Magnavox Odyssey 2, but if I do, I'll be like, hey, I have a game for that. The next thing I picked up is starting a collection for something that I don't even have yet. I picked up Double Switch on the Sega CD. There's a lot of Sega CD games that are difficult to find complete. These jewel cases aren't exactly the most sturdy of things, so complete Sega CD games can kind of be hard to find. So even if it's one that might not necessarily be a good game, or even a game, if I understand this correctly, it's still cool to have an actual complete Sega CD game before I even have a Sega CD. But I'm hoping to remedy that soon. We'll see. The next thing I picked up is Tomb Raider on the Sega Saturn. Up to this point, the only game I had on the Sega Saturn was that Night Sampler disc I talked about in the just the normal collection update video, so it's cool to actually have a proper game. And Jesus Christ, a lot of Saturn games are expensive, so I picked up a game that was like, okay, that's probably going to be fun and is relatively affordable. And the big boy, probably the best addition to my collection from the Charlotte trip. Something I've been pondering getting for a while, and I'm glad to finally have it in my possession. I bought a Sega Master System. I was not a Sega kid. I was a Nintendo kid through and through. I think most kids in the States were. I certainly did not have any access to a Master System. I think a friend of mine might have had a Genesis growing up, and my cousin I know had a Dreamcast, but he lived in Indiana and I lived in Georgia. So my exposure to Sega consoles coming up was very, very limited. And now though, as far as base consoles, I now have all of the Sega consoles. I'm missing a Sega CD and a Sega 32X, but both of those aren't individual consoles, they're expansions to the Genesis. So this is like a good milestone of my collecting, I think. And the coolest thing was not only did I get the Master System, I got it complete in box. The box is not in the best of shape. It's sitting up there and it's gonna stay up there because it is like falling apart as we speak. I got a steal of a deal on this thing, I think, and I'm super excited for it to finally be in my collection. It's just, it feels kind of fragile, so I'm gonna just be very careful with it. Getting the Master System complete in box, it came with Hang On and Safari Hunt on a double cartridge. Yeah, I'm excited. I now have all of the Sega home consoles, so I can just focus on getting games now instead of being like, that's a couple $100 for another console, but I want it. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to sharing the growing of my collection with you as the days go on. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, y'all.
I was in wet.
Stuffs and stuffs. It's been a while since I've done this, can you tell?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.